Commander.
Empieza la historia.
Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them!
Please, wait a moment. Before attending the meeting, I hope you can
What do you need?
promise me that you won't commit to anything too...
What do you think?
Okay.
¿Qué?
No, que estoy leyendo lo que ponían tú, en lo que estás haciendo.
Everyone's here so early! But
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been?
Are you ready? Very well.
are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution.
You're making...
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're...
That's what I wanted to hear. Well, Traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting...
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your...
Paimon's a little worried.
To be honest, I feel the same. Your deeds speak for them.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that...
I've said the same thing to everyone here today. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. You're welcome. And good luck.
Sounds good. I'll go make some prep.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told...
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able... I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more...
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to... We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics, while other...
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Well, of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer... Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are...
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge. But the academia has always held a different view. They've always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, Perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong. The Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across...
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering and the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that...
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case, what should we do? This is huge!
Wait,
Ya.
why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia for...
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser... To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Aramite base.
Qué mala. ¿Y qué tú cómo vas? ¿Te duermes? Ah,
Literal.
ya, sí, estás haciendo la parte donde es Catherine, ¿no?
Bueno, no, porque ya está secuestrada.
Oh,
Ah, ya me entiendo.
Ujú.
I gave them some...
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes. We have
Ya,
fixed
y
the
eso que me
devices
tomo un
according to
café,
your
¿sabes?
instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are...
Aren't those devices for canned knowledge extraction?
Look here.
Yo no podía estar en la cocina ocupada, así que nada.
Are you going to put more weird stuff into his...
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Paimon's a little scared, but very...
That's Anyway, we're not going to use... As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The Academia Traveler. I want you to record... Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Conviction is the... Now, please get ready.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Yes,
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements. Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have... You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were after all that time. A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so... In addition, those who understand the...
But what?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very...
Things you're interested in are really out there.
Anyway, I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and start preparing for...
Small project?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few...
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have. Clear weather all around brightens the heart.
I thought we agreed on a plan.
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties.
But it's still the best plan we have. Is a former...
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't...
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment. Had I known all Hatham would give you those kinds of suggestions...
Look, you already know that we're all...
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate...
Seems you really do understand the way...
Traveler, Paimon. Ramon's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Rebot guards in my capacity as a Matra.
Wait, how can we work?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us...
That also sounds like something all...
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this...
Of course he does. He told me. There is no He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he...
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies...
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help? We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we can ensure our safety. Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon and those of King Deshret. Everyone's life is equally important.
Okay, you have a deal. Let's do this for our shared dream.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
Into the wind.
Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's guide and...
Ah, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting?
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Ahmar in Port Ormos.
As many as Ain al Ahmar? This should definitely be classified.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible. And treat it as a top priority desert operation.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Academia and are no longer their General Mahamatra? Even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention. No matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic, but can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of a decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves to... The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based... So, in my opinion...
Makes sense to me. I agree.
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped.
Paimon's so glad that this is settled.
Next time, pay attention during our...
Will do.
Just remember to stay
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Desh...
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me.
Beep! Construct, beep!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun, and...
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I meant?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest...
There's no need for flattery. Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the...
Understood.
Map?
Hurry, bring the map!
In 2 days, we will engage Ramon's Eremite. Any questions about the time or...
None at all.
Good. See you...
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. Get ready.
There are...
Right.
moves around. And I know...
Time for the operation! Let's go meet... Look! Over there! Our helpers have arrived already! Let's hurry over!
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you!
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over there.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, we must capture them alive. They are our only leads for the case. If they die, we will be unable to continue the investigation.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! What are you judging from those shiny weapons in your hand?
Ramon. The Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia?
I'm not here to talk.
Oh, nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blades with their blood.
One with nature.
Solidify!
One with the forest. Ha! The wind knows me. One with nature. Enshroud. The wind knows me.
Nowhere to run! It's over.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Aramite mercenaries and related personnel...
You pitiful Dendro Archon...
I'm afraid you'll...
King Jeshred will curse you!
Silence!
Oh,
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the Academy.
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please.
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really well.
Yes. Things went...
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave Ram on there?
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport.
Yeah, you're the reason why everything...
It's not the time to celebrate yet. Go join up with her. She will need you to
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What?
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, if we need help, Tainari is the best. Get ready for the next phase of the plan.
Time to go.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? Here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on your face. Alright, I'll stop. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this as soon as possible.
But where should we start?
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for us to achieve our goals.
Yeah.
¿Cómo vas?
We sure don't want him showing up. Ooh, he really gives Paimon the creeps.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the Academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis Di and ask for Forest Watcher Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, then we can be sure that Tainari still has the Academia's trust. So, we'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the
Es que no paro de ver una vez tras tirones.
Sages have placed spies
Qué cansancio.
Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
Ya.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your
Como si
service,
me estuviesen diciendo, deja de ser streamer. Bueno, lo intentaron.
much do I want?
No digas
How about
eso.
paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. Come on, give me a smile so that I'm looking good. There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous. Let's go. It's time.
¿Tú qué? ¿Pasándolo bien? Ah.
Mucho.
Time to go.
He's over there! Let's go say hi! Tainari!
Ah, Traveler, Paimon.
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an...
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important.
All right. This place is better. We won't be Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor, huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask. Paimon...
Yes, I know. Actually, he left
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it's... Sorry to ask you like this after having just met. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend...
Sino, I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the academy. Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist you any...
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even...
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. You don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent.
¿Eh?
Mira.
Ah, mira.
¿Sabes quién es, no?
Sí, doctor, ¿eh?
So you mean...
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made... Let me ask. Have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of...
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants. But you're right.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume...
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient.
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, I will personally supervise her treatment and...
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her... Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently... Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that it's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so confident in himself and his ability. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the top.
I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today.
Qué guay la amenaza, ¿eh?
El doctor, ¿eh?
Sí, a Tindari. Básicamente le acaba de dejar caer que si no fuese porque tiene prisa lo mata.
Still some time left for me to take care of
Yeah.
everything before I leave. It's just as the academia said. You're a responsible and gifted scholar, and that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
No sé cómo doctor ese va a ser bueno, la verdad.
Mucho. Es un lunático loco que estuvo experimentando con Colei.
Sí, pero
He
a ver,
asked a
como han dicho que va a ser
question,
jugable,
but
por
didn't
eso
care
lo
for my
digo.
answer.
Bueno, una cosa es que diga y otra cosa... Hola, señora.
Yeah.
He never came off as malicious,
What?
but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his...
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything too risky. Now that you know a little more, it should be easier for you to stay safe.
Sorry we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget your kindness.
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest, all of this may have started because of me. Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the academia and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. The handwriting and tone are both familiar, but some details have been omitted. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. One dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots stand for a rainy day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters. I believe something may have happened to him.
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like me, someone already working at the academia, to investigate this matter, right?
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If you can keep yourself safe, please withdraw immediately at the first hint of danger.
I can do that, but I have a feeling it won't be that simple. The academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is, but your master might be involved with it. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the academia. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support you.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of any messages or direct requests from the academia.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Habla Morgan.
Being loyal to the academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. I know what I'm doing. On that note, aren't you also being quite distrustful of your alma mater?
The academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried he'd get in trouble for sticking to his beliefs. I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long. But in the end, it still caught up to him.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all this. In that case, I must keep my promise and help you however I can. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him. Trust your own senses and experiences. I think this may be something he needs to hear right now.
Okay, we'll find a chance to tell him.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down this
Hey,
harbinger.
Morgan, ¿qué tal?
Oh, by the way, which way did the
Ah, te
doctor
das
go
cuenta,
when he
se
left
nota
for
que te ha
Misty Isle?
dormido, ¿eh?
Cállate.
Se ha dormido.
No, que es que me estaban hablando.
We'll be on our way.
Ah, o sea que te ha tocado Kusanare. Suertudo.
Debe ser todo, ¿por qué?
Porque la toca con Ari.
Ya.
Te he dicho, hola Marcos, ¿qué tal?
Sí, he dicho.
I want to check if the doctor was
Bien,
actually telling
gracias,
the
Morgan.
truth. He also said that he'll
Pero como
take
está
care of
dormido,
everything before he leaves.
Es decir, que comer de minutito.
We need to be
no que
extra
te
careful
gusta.
when dealing with a person like him.
Y además, a mí me
Just
gusta
to be
más.
safe, let's chase
Da
him
igual.
and see what we find.
But we have no idea where he went. How can we start chasing him?
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. All you have to do is just follow me. That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps... maybe that's just how
Madre
arrogant
mía.
he really...
O sea, qué fuerte, madre mía. Dice... Unos chicos juegan a perseguir por detrás a la gente por la calle. Y aquí el resultado.
Bro, a ver. Hey, what the fuck, man? Bro, levanta, Lil, levanta, bro, Lil. Lil, bro. Hey.
Es que
Bro,
hacer
que lo ha
eso
noqueado
es
a
como lo del
este.
Caranchoa.
Pégale.
¿Te acuerdas del
Vamos a
Caranchoa?
darle. Este, bro, corre por él. Maricón. A ver. ¡Ey!
A ver.
El problema es que parece que se ha cargado, ¿no? Porque, hostia, el golpe.
Lo he dejado acá, más bien. ¿Cómo va esa misión? Bueno. ZZ. ZZ. Y a ver, no voy a defender la agresión, porque no es defendible la agresión. Pero,
No.
si tú también puedes ponerte en el lugar. No sabemos si esa zona es peligrosa, no sabemos si ha habido ahí robos, etcétera. Y tú ves que se te acerca un desconocido de esa forma y parece que te va a robar o lo que sea y te está siguiendo.
Y por detrás, que ese es el
Ya, pues
problema.
lo primero que haces pues, es defenderte. O sea,
Es como, pues eso, como el Caranchoa, que normal que le pegaron una... A ver.
era de noche y le ha puesto a dormir. Esto tiene razón, por cierto.
Se escucha perfectamente.
Pues eso. ¿Por qué? Porque empieza a hablar así. Que yo pensaba que era de otro país. Pero es que después empieza a hablar en español, diciéndole, vamos a ir a pegarle una paliza, no sé qué, que la ha noqueado. Y en plan, ¿y por qué entonces habla así? Y es por lo que ha dicho. Luego pasa lo que pasa. Y luego dicen, es que... ¿has visto esto? Cuidadora, humilla y agrede a una anciana con Alzheimer.
Sin comentarios.
Mira, lo que le hace. Hostia, qué alto está esto. Mira lo que le hace.
Mama, se me wrong.
Me callo lo que voy a decir. Me callo.
Mira, es que encima la otra está llorando. Y le siguen pegando. Y la peor, y lo peor es que la que graba es partiéndose y la otra que está al lado también. Yo fácil, persona asesina. La han arrestado.
Bien, muy bien. Muy bien, hija de puta. Y luego la esta de igualdad. Venga, hombre. Venga, anda ya, anda ya.
Ese hombre
Anda
va.
ya. Pues es que es verdad. Me ha dado un
Justicia.
asco. Es que me ha dado un asco.
Sin justificar el maltrato y el trato denigrante. Esto tiene que ver con las condiciones laborales que tienen las cuidadoras. Cargas de trabajo abusivas, sueldos miserables y unas condiciones tercermundistas. Pero tiene la residencia foradándose. ¿Pero qué coño tiene que ver eso?
Ya, ¿y qué
O sea,
tiene
que
la señora esa?
dice sin justificar. En el momento en el que dice sin justificar, no siga ya la frase. La está justificando. Todo lo que diga es como esto de es que quiero estar contigo, pero no sigas ya. Te va a decir.
Pero que
Es
eso
como
vaya
cuando
por
dices algo, te quieres, ¿cómo se dice esto? Disculpar y dices pero o dejas en la coletilla. Ya no sirve lo que digas.
Ya. No, yo lo siento, yo voy a responder. No, es que no. ¿Qué coño? Yo voy a escribir ahí. Te pásame el tweet. Yo quiero. Pásame el tweet.
No me gusta.
Vale. No lo siento, o sea, no. Vale, que, o sea, que se queje con quien se tenga que quejar. No que tenga que pegar a esa señora que no ha hecho nada. Venga, hombre. Venga. Esa falta de respeto que no le ha enseñado a su casa, esas gilipollas. ¿Qué le vas a pegar a una anciana que encima que tiene Alzheimer? Pero serás zorra. O sea, no. ¿Qué te han enseñado en tu casa? Aunque bueno, mejor me callo, porque es que la cara que tenía.
Ya.
Mejor me callo la cara que tenía. Porque la cara que tenía, la cara que tenía. Y se le notaba de la raza que tenía.
Ah,
Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh.
pero es que da igual, aunque fuese española, gitana, es que da igual. No. Tendrían que coger a esa persona que la detienen y que no van a hacerle nada. ¿Qué van a hacer?
Ya,
Venga,
pero
José.
a ver, que te quieres, que se quiere, como la que ha respondido esa, que se quiere.
Pero a ver, ¿a qué te refieres con lo de, o sea, qué raza tenía? Sí,
No sé, a mí me daba la cara que era gitana. Yo qué sé.
no sé yo.
Da igual.
Pocas gitanas he visto en tanto.
Ya, a ver, no he visto. A ver, he visto muchas. De mi barrio un montón.
No sé yo, gitana no la he visto. Además, bueno, da igual, comer.
Que sí, que sí, que sí.
Que eso no quiere decir que todas las gitanas sean así.
We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went.
No, ya lo sé. Si yo, a ver, yo conocí, obviamente.
Sí, pero cuando ha dicho, ya con ver la raza es suficiente, no sé qué, dando por hecho como que como...
Bueno, ya, bueno, da igual, déjame. Que eso me ha molestado. Yo qué sé. Y a ver, yo he conocido muchas personas. Lo malo es que, vamos, a muchos gitanos.
Sí, hombre, que le comiste la polla a la feria, que me acuerdo yo. No me acuerdo que lo digas.
Pues, el problema es que solo he conocido gente buena, dos chicas gitanas que eran.
A ver, no es por generalizar, pero sí es verdad que de media, diría por norma general, te encuentras más gitanos mala gente que buena gente.
Ya, por eso lo digo.
Porque yo conocía a muchos gitanos, porque he tenido gitanos, tanto cuando vivía en la casa, cuando vivía en el piso, etcétera, ¿vale? Como cuando iba a mi instituto, que era un barrio donde había muchos gitanos. Y a ver, no todos eran mala gente, pero había algunos chungos que, pues... Pero, esto, a ver, también es como todo. O sea, ¿te piensas que no hay españoles que son también hijos de puta? Pues sí, ¿sabes? Ay, miedo, me he saltado la bomba. Sigan los soldados, qué guay. Ya empezamos. Ya empezamos a poner sigilo en un juego en el que no te puedes ni esconder.
Back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him. It's always like that when you spend too...
Yo lo sabía, me parece que el Genshin, la verdad, va a volar. Es que yo creo que no lo terminan ni Sumero. Es que lo voy a desinstalar. Porque no me estoy divirtiendo, sinceramente. Es que no me estoy divirtiendo. ¿Qué estoy haciendo exactamente? ¿Qué es esto? Yo cuando le añades cosas a un juego que no lo debería tener.
Ya.
Me añadirle sigilo a un juego en el que no te podías esconder ni agachar. Maravilloso.
Ya. Y yo muerto y no sé ni por qué. También te digo, se me ha quitado el sueño con lo de la señora esta. ¿Sabes?
Goti, Goti.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
Uh-oh. He saw us.
Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
You mean there's nobody with him?
And where are all the soldiers we saw on the port just now?
They were all here just a few minutes ago, but now they vanished.
So this was a trap. Wait, don't...
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to Party's DI.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would...
Oh no! Are you saying...
Let's go!
Un segundo.
Party's DI is not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as you please.
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for it.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it coincidental.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research. I've done my duty to inform you. Don't...
It would seem that you can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Party's DI now?
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only...
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. I may be staying at Party's DI as a scholar, but it is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who have contributed so...
Then it seems our conversation has hit an...
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not on my watch.
Tainari! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming!
Yeah, Tainari! Beat him up!
I hear everything! Can't see?
The doctor's orders are absolute!
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now!
Into the wind.
Send this quickly. Solidify.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to make...
Got it! Hypatia's still here. Doesn't look like anyone's broken in. Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So, you think this is over?
Qué guay, ¿eh? ¿La has visto?
¿El qué? No. ¿Qué pasó? Ah, ya. Es claro. Bien, ¿por qué lo has nombrado así?
En vez de Trotamundo.
No, pero es que ahí está como mal escrito, no, esto es mal.
No, ese sí es Calamuchian.
Ah,
You've given
yo
me
qué sé.
that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party's DI and made contact with Hypatia.
En un momento, que ha pasado algo, ¿eh?
Sí.
Hola, hola.
Sí, sí, sí.
Vale, así nada, que solo queda una caja con de estos de macarrones, espagueti a la quiero encima. Ostras, bien puesto y
Pero.
se...
Ah, pero, o sea, que no está cocinado, ¿no?
No, no, paquetes.
Ah, vale, vale, vale. O sea, ay, mi queridillo.
Ya. Pero a ver si nos he hecho algo.
A ver, son paquetes de pasta. No sé.
Pero está metida en una caja. Se la quito la caja. Si la parte izquierda la tienen, no sé. A ver.
I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her conscious.
Who are you talking to? It can't be the balladeer, right?
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your... I wanted to observe you on
Mira,
the
pues
close
caramucha.
end.
¿Tú cuándo más que no te hablo?
Real.
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me? Scholars consider the god of wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a god as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of Yes. What is it? Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean?
Mira.
Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually cares. But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it is all I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Such senseless drivel should have been erased long. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you? I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know it'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, she peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that is qualified. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become... You're doubting me again? No matter. Soon... Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower?
O sea, estoy flipando. No está bien. O sea, se nota que le falta afecto. O sea, dice que no quiere matar a la chica esta, ¿no? Porque ha sido la primera que ha creído en él como un dios. Entonces, pues es su seguidora. Y nosotros hemos dicho, bueno, pues si es tu seguidora, protegerá a tus seguidores, ¿no? Y dice Escaramucha, bueno, ¿y es que hay alguien que le quiere hacer daño a mis seguidoras? Como si fuesen followers, ¿sabes? Y entonces le decimos que, que el doctor este quería llevársela. Y entonces Carimuche dice, ¿el doctor quiere hacerle daño a mi primera seguidora?
A ver, y luego aparte la gente que le intenta dar cariño lo matan.
Ya, me recuerda a Gara.
How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord? The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable. You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. But I'm willing to give you a gift. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded.
Tú cuando veas que llevo un rato y no te hablo.
Ya.
Tiene varias caras de memes, también te digo.
Es para hacer captura de eso y si no me las ponen esa cara. Bueno, espera, lo voy a hacer. Espérate.
Madre mía.
Vale, captura. Si yo te hablo y no me hablas en un segundo, te envío esa captura. Eso. Vale, ya.
both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed.
Paimon hears thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Balladeer? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while. Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger! Let's go! Tainari and Dia still must be fighting!
Qué guay.
¿Qué?
Sí, que Scaramuche tiene la sinopsis de Venti y de Val y está usando la de Val. Bueno, y la de Songli también tienen, claro.
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen Eremites get struck by lightning before.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just
Mira.
as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone. Almost luckily, there were only two of us. And both
Pensé que
of us
se va a
were
ver.
nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. It's my
No se podría ver sangre al menos, pero bueno.
Ya.
You've seen
Hey, didn't I tell you not?
just in case.
Ya.
¿Te puedes creer que mira ahí e intenta lanzar el gancho?
Ya, ya.
¿Estamos a ti?
Sí, varias veces.
Eso pasa por cada tanto juego a la vez.
Thank goodness she's fine.
Hey, how about taking care of yourself first?
I understand my condition. The wound is not fatal. I'll be all right.
Ugh. The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They always think they can push through the pain.
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit. Sorry, traveler. Now you may start.
So that's what you were talking to the Balladeer about? Oh, Paimon can't believe what he's thinking.
The Academia's God creation plan. How ridiculous.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, this is all way beyond me. As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough. I'll only work when I have to. I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party's DI.
Don't say that. I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to, and left Sumeru in a hurry. Maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the Balladeer. Is that why they tried to seize Hypatia?
You said the Balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen his past.
Have you noticed? The Balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks the
So, if the doctor was to show up again...
Based on what the Traveler has said, I think he would. In other words, we've successfully completed this stage of the plan. The doctor is out of the picture now.
Yay! That's a big accomplishment!
I'm also happy for you.
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party's DI. Traveler, it's about time we rendezvous with the others at the Grand Bazaar. Let's continue to keep a low profile. You can head there once you're ready.
Clear weather all around brightens the heart. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Pero bueno, esto te ignore. ¿Qué es esto? ¿No me puedo sentar ya?
Es lo de la hipostasis, ¿no? Es los cubos esos, ¿no? ¿O no? Vale. Mira, ya lo tengo todo, gracias.
De nada.
There are leaves around, and I know.
Time to go. Time to go.
¿Qué tal vas?
Pues una hora en entrar en el puto bazar este, coño.
Ya.
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go? Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the props required are also ready.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit complicated, but we found Tainari. Unfortunately, he was wounded during a fight.
Who was behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in Snezhnaya. So, we've successfully removed the doctor from the picture. Also, Tainari's already resting, so he'll be okay.
Good.
Oh, Tainari also asked us to tell you this message. Trust your own senses and experiences.
All right. I'll remember that. Everything also went smoothly on my side. The Eremites should have arrived at their destination by now. To avoid alerting the quarry, they will stay there for now.
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites into Sumeru City.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team, as well as their bold strategy.
It appears to have been very effective. I'm glad to hear it. Well, is that everything? Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
Huh? Wait, you mean that's it?
Well, what else is there to discuss?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement? You know...
Personally, I'd rather we...
I'll hate them, you...
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something so you should find someone more...
But I thought all of you Academia big...
Then I should remind you that I'm...
I know that.
A scribe is responsible for recording me...
Fine, whatever. Well, Sino doesn't seem to be much of a talk...
Employer?
Yep. The Traveler hired me. That's right. So...
Yeah! Say something to boost morale! Huh? What are you all doing here? Oh, it's Nilu! Hey, everyone.
Not at all. I was actually...
Judging from the... But you also look like you're up to no good.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join?
Huh? You mean... You...
Yes, Nilu.
Un segundo, ahora vengo,
Are
vale,
there
voy a
any
hacer la
breaks in your
cena.
performance schedule
Sí, sí,
in the
sí.
coming days?
Wait. I can't believe my ears. Oh, right. The Traveler and but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Remember.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand...
Just remember not to say...
Yep.
All the preparations are done. Now, Can we finally...
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome!
Well said. A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success and failure.
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently. It's been nice and quiet.
Uh-huh?
Oh, nothing.
Alright, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep so we can be up early tomorrow!
Okay. So I guess that means it's time to say goodnight now.